You just finished your best spatial 3D video ever. Now, what do you post it? Because posting in the wrong place could mean almost nobody sees it in 3D at all. I've been posting spatial 3D content since 2019, starting with 180-degree VR videos that I produced by using the Views XR camera. At the time, YouTube was the only platform that could even handle VR video at all, so that's where I went. DeoVR showed up later. I started posting there back in 2021, specifically to make sure I had the broadest possible reach for this kind of content. I've been running both channels in parallel for years, and I'm going to give you the real breakdown. What actually works, what doesn't, and where you should be putting your spatial video right now. Let's start with YouTube. The obvious advantage here is scale. YouTube is the second largest search engine on the planet. When someone searches for spatial video, VR content, anything 3D, YouTube is where most of them are going to land. That reach is real. You can also monetize. If you're running AdSense, YouTube is where the money is. DeoVR can't touch it there. Also, here's one most people don't know about: Anaglyph 3D. If you transcode your spatial 3D footage through Handbrake, non-VR viewers on a phone, tablet, or PC can watch it in Anaglyph 3D with red cyan 3D glasses. That's a completely different audience that DeoVR just doesn't have access to. You can also watch any YouTube video in spatial 3D through your Quest browser, even without the official app. However, and this is a real problem, YouTube's 3D support is inconsistent. I'm not exaggerating. I've gone back and checked every 3D video I've posted. YouTube silently converted some of them to standard side-by-side 2D files. No notification, no warning. And here's the kicker: I can't even play those files in 3D inside the YouTube VR app. They're just flat. I'm guessing YouTube quietly pushed platform-level coding changes that affected older 3D metadata. But YouTube doesn't tell you that. You just have to check manually. The bottom line is that on YouTube, you are always at the mercy of the platform when it comes to spatial 3D. That's the deal. DeoVR is a completely different animal. This platform was built from the ground up specifically for spatial 3D video on VR headsets. That's it. That's the whole point, and you can feel that immediately. Viewers who land on DeoVR are almost all watching through a headset. They're not casually scrolling. They put on a Quest to watch spatial content. That's your audience. That's exactly who you want. My viewership totals for spatial 3D content are higher on DeoVR than on YouTube. Not by a little. Consistently higher. DeoVR also supports things YouTube just doesn't do yet, such as pass-through video, interactive VR experiences, and spatial 3D still images. If you're producing any kind of video or photographic content for VR, DeoVR has a lane for it. So what's the catch? The audience is small. DeoVR is a niche platform. A lot of people who own a Quest don't even know this platform exists. And the people who do, they've seen professional-grade spatial 3D with up to 8K resolution. That's your competition. Lower quality equipment is going to stand out, and not in a good way. DeoVR rewards quality. If you're shooting high-res, well-composed spatial content, you're going to do well. If you're not there yet on production quality, your content is going to get lost fast. So, should you go with YouTube or DeoVR? Here's my actual answer. Both. You post to both, but for different reasons with different expectations. Post to YouTube for discovery and monetization. That's where new audiences find you, where Google indexes your content, and where the ad dollars are. YouTube gets your reach. Post to DeoVR for actual immersive viewership. If you care about people watching your spatial 3D content the way it was meant to be experienced, in a headset, in 3D, at full resolution, DeoVR is where that's actually happening. These platforms are not competitors for you as a creator. They're two completely different distribution channels with different audience behaviors. Running both is just smart workflow. The one thing I'd add, don't set it and forget it on YouTube. Check your 3D videos periodically. YouTube can, and has silently broken 3D support on existing uploads. Build that into your content maintenance routine. If you're just getting started with spatial video or VR content creation, I've got the full workflow covered on this channel. From camera gear to post-production, to getting your videos to actually look correct on a Quest. Hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And if you've had YouTube break the 3D on one of your videos, drop that in the comments. I want to know how widespread that actually is.